Hello, Empowered family. Will Robbins, your director here at Empowered Volleyball Academy. We have another Empowered Athlete of the Week, KT from our Empowered OVC 18 Onyx team, who's also helped us out several times with our Empowered 18 Black team. Helped us with several tournaments as we've had some injuries and some girls out with quarantine and whatnot, but she has helped contribute to several tournament championships with her Empowered OVC 18 Onyx team, and her coach and director of the OVC program, Mr. Mike Howard. Mike, what makes KT such a special and dynamic player?
KT is just versatile. So KT can play on either pin. KT is, one of our most consistent passers and defenders in the back row, and we can pretty much put her anywhere, probably even at setter if we had to. And I think above and beyond that is KT is incredibly coachable, and that translates then into tremendous game IQ. She's a player who can, and not every player can do this, can take information in real time in the game and then turn that into productive court performance.
Right, be able to make those adjustments in the
Absolutely.
middle of the game, be able to implement and execute. Yeah, so KT, tell me just a little bit about yourself. When did you start playing volleyball?
I started playing in second grade, and I started it was the feeder program at the high schools through NEVA, and so it was on Sundays, and you just practice once a week. So it was you wore the knee-high socks, it was super chill kind of. And then I started going into travel my 8th grade year, and then ever since I just started getting more serious about it, and that's when I feel like my game started to get better.
Yeah, so speaking of getting more serious, I know you're committed to college. Tell me a little bit about where you're going to play and about your college.
Yeah, so I'm going to Cornerstone University in Grand Rapids to play in the fall, and so I'm really excited about that. I really like the coach, the campus, the team, and I'm just hopeful for the future.
Yeah.
I think one of the real great attributes for KT that young players can see is her approach to practice, where she shows up and works hard and is purposeful about what she's doing. And I think that's exactly what you talked about, why you feel confident on the court, is because you've done it in practice enough, right? And you approach it purposefully. Mm-hmm. So there's no need to be fearful because I've done this 1,000 or 10,000 times.
So with Empowered OVC joining the Empowered family this year, tell me, what's it been like coming over to Empowered this year and being able to practice in our gym and being able to bring your OVC family over and join forces, with us here at Empowered? And, what's it been like, and how has it been beneficial to you to be a part of the Empowered family this year?
Yeah, I see it as a really good opportunity because the atmosphere is just so competitive compared to last year, where we just have kind of our small club and we can only scrimmage against our 17s to kind of get that competition. But coming here, it's every single team can provide competition for you, and I feel like that's really helped up our game and be able to play at a higher level in tournaments.
You're able to observe, first of all, when you come in, the atmosphere, the intensity in practice, and so you want to live up to that standard as a player. You don't want to be somebody who is coming in and slacking off. And then just the sports performance with Parkview and the ability to go to the sand and sort of seeing it opens your mind up a little bit to the opportunities for volleyball. And if I work really hard, and KT was already a really hard worker for us. And now when you have more doors to open and more tools to access, you see her game and our other players' game flourish with the opportunities we've been granted by joining and being part of the Empowered family.
So Mike, I guess tell me, you talked about how versatile she is, how she can make adjustments in real time. Tell me a little bit about her personality. How is she as we talk about most valuable teammate, being a supportive teammate. Tell me a little bit about her personality on the court. What do you see in KT when she's out there playing?
I see a very calm player. So, not flat affect, but a player who is able to be out there and sort of take everything that's going on, and the moment is never too big. Being able to just sort of, if we need a big swing, if we need a big block, if it's it's the end of the match, end of the set, we want that ball going to KT, because I know that she's able to sort of override those emotions and adrenaline and everything else and get that channeled going the right way, and something really positive is going to come out of that. And I think she just is a calming presence for us, and I see that with our setters, our defenders, and our other players, and they just sort of look to her quiet leadership and really steady performance. They know that, and they have absolute faith that she's going to perform and get the job done when we need it.
Well, building on that, obviously you guys have won some championships already this year as a team. So I guess which championship this year kind of stands out to you and is maybe the most special with your team this year?
I think the most competitive one that we played in this year was probably the President's Day tournament. And that one definitely felt like a good win. And I'm excited for the Bluegrass tournament this weekend especially, so I think we can go in and win that too. But the President's Day tournament, we really saw some competition. Even last weekend at Empowered, it was good to have even higher competition and see how we can perform against them and how our team can do. And I think we did pretty well comparing to what we're used to playing to.
Yeah, and yeah, with your team, it sounds like you are kind of that calm, cool leader. You know, what goes through your mind in those big moments? What are some advice you could give to some young athletes on how to remain calm in those big pressure moments? You know, what's going through your mind when you know we need to kill and the ball's coming to me?
Just focusing on like how you know how to play, like just not thinking about it. Like I know if I'm going up to serve the last point, I'm not thinking that it's the last point because I know that'll get to me. So I don't even look at the score. I just know that I have to get the ball in. And so that's what I feel like for my whole team. You just have to reassure them that they know how to pass and like they know how to hit. And so like they can get the job done if they just don't think about it actually being like on the line.
Mm-hmm. Kind of focus on the fundamentals, focus on the task at hand and not all the distractions the pressure of the moment can provide. So that's great information. And I've obviously seen that when you've helped out with our team. I mean, being on a new team sometimes can make you a little bit nervous. It's new girls, relationships, you're not sure how they're all going to respond. But I felt like you were able to slide in, fit right into our system, and really fit right in with the team, personality-wise. And you were calm and steady, and never did you look like you were nervous or out of place or didn't fit in. And so, yeah, kudos to you for coming in and just, handling business, doing your job and doing it at a high level. And for us at Empowered, we're ecstatic to have Empowered OVC a part of the family, but also, a player like yourself a part of the family and really being an inspiration to all of our young athletes on how you should carry yourself as a true champion, as you have on your shirt. And we've been working on with our athletes and really helping them to understand how we can empower the mind, body, and soul so they can become champions. So thank you. And once again, KT, our Athlete Empowered Player of the Week.
Thank you.